Like many of my builds, it grows from an idea. This one came to me while flicking through TikTok and watching an Amazon delivery driver in a non-creepy way. Too long to explain, but robots will take over the world someday. This is my idea of what one could look like. You have Elon Musk making robots for his factories, drones delivering parcels, but what about the heavy stuff? How would we deliver that? Simples, a delivery mech. To start the build, I'm going to sand down some rare vintage 2022 plastic spoons. Now I'd love to take credit for this leg design I'm going to be building, but damn it, I can't. That goes to Andy Mecca. Check him out over on YouTube or on his Twitch channel. Find one clean empty soap container that is going to be the main body for your mech. As always, we just need a little cosmetic surgery. Marvel and congratulate yourself at the nice clean cut that you've just done, which is unusual. Want to see my new toy that I've just bought myself? This is a little Hoover, and it was under €10, and it's fantastic for cleaning the bits and pieces from your workbench. I'm not going to tell you its name because I'm not being paid by this company, so just know that it actually works. Product placement over. Using the spoon part of your spoons to use as feet. Congratulate yourself again because you've actually made something that has stuck down and looks quite cool. Now the feet are done, you've just got to work out how everything goes together. And with this container there's a hole, and this hole will be plugged with this pipe. But that pipe by itself looks kind of boring, so you know what that means. Power tool time! Drilling holes into the pipe in an unsafe manner. Then once all that is done, simply glue into place. Model kit time. This time it's some German tank, I guess, that I'm just going to repurpose some parts and stick on my model. Because the white container isn't flat, I'm using EVA foam for the plastic bit to stick on the EVA foam to stick on the plastic bit. If you understood that, please leave a like. Now it's just a case of greebling up. If you're new here and don't understand what greeblies mean, it just means using bits and pieces from different model kits and just sticking it onto your model. Simples. Now if I can just prise open this junk box. Oh. So, looking on the floor for all your junk box bits. Having found all the bits and pieces from the floor, just stick it onto your model. The front of this container is looking kind of dull, so I'm just going to stick that there. More bits are added. This time it's going to be some sort of radar sort of thing that it can see in the dark. I don't know, I'm just making it up. I thought it might need an exhaust because if it's going to go through some water, then it's going to need an exhaust above level of the water. Again, I'm just making things up. You could say I'm quite literally making things stick. Adding tiny greeblies to big greeblies. Ooh, it's leg time. Attaching the legs to the mech. It was at this point of the build that I realised that the clue was in the title and it was a delivery mech and it needed a container. So I'm just going to repurpose this one, covering the plastic container with cardboard, which makes total sense. Always have adult supervision when cutting cardboard. Adding the details to the box. Once the box, which is now a container, is complete, attach to the underside of your mech. And nod approvingly off camera to yourself, knowing that you've just made something that actually fitted underneath this mech without using a ruler. Rare vintage 2019 plastic straws are going to be used and stuck on as more exhausts or pipes or something. Yes, these are real plastic straws that I've been hoarding for a very long time. Detailing the legs because they look kind of dull and bare. Garden wire just to add as little details for the thingamajig that goes to the didgeridoo. Adding even smaller detail to the legs because, hell, why not? Code word time. Leave this code word before you comment so I know you just didn't skip through and watch the glamour shots. Also, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And here it is in its entirety. Just changed the feet because it was just kind of like top heavy or one-sided heavy. Anyway, there it is, ready for priming, and it'll just have a rattle can of black. Oh, but before I do that, I'm going to fix these bare parts because a bare part needs something to cover it. And then I realised maybe people might try and stop the drone from delivering, so it's going to need some sort of weapon. Hence the weapon there, the tank turret, to ward off all those naughty people trying to steal these parcels. And there it is, primed black, and now I've no idea what colour I should use. So for this, I'm going to try and weather it using the salt technique, which means I'm going to need some of this colour and a couple of more other different colours, which is going to be the base colour. So it's going to be sort of like brownish, pumpkin, purple? I don't know where I got purple from. Different shades of brown, just smothered all over the mech. Paint it brown, and different shades of brown. Doesn't matter what it looks like, because this is going to be the basis of the rust. Hoping that while that dried you'd thought of a paint scheme, which unfortunately you hadn't. So therefore we're just going to wing this next part. Okay, so for the chipping effect, you douse your model in water. Did I forget to tell you that I'd sprayed this model with yacht varnish before I did this water? Otherwise, all that paint would have been coming off. Kind of like Salt Bay time now. Just season your model to taste, I guess. Put as much on or as little as you want. Either way, hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, then I'll just blame bad salt. That's what I'll do. It was bad salt if this doesn't work. If it does work, then it was fantastic salt and I'm really good. Which I'm not really. I'm not at all. Okay, I decided on a paint colour and I'm going to use this blue. And yeah, a little tip for you. Put the top on your airbrush, otherwise you're just going to throw it all about like I just did. Now I know what you're all thinking. That kind of looks too bright, that does, Aaron. Yes, you're completely correct. That's why I'm going to dull certain places down with a darker blue. Now, using your other half's toothbrush, don't use your own because it's going to stain the bristles. Just slowly brush away the salt, so you're going to get this sort of chipping effect, or it's just going to come off in clumps. Either way, kind of worked. Maybe I put too much water on, I'm not quite sure, but the effect's there. So a B- for effort. I've always stated I'm a non-professional and just do this for fun, and this was just something that I wanted to try just to see if I could. Kind of worked out. I'm doing too much apologising. Here's some little zippy zappy Michael Bay shots before we get on to the glamour shots. So thanks for stopping by. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment, and until next time, keep scratching that build everybody. Thanks for watching.